Hello everybody. Today I am at Stony Point, which is a small settlement 22 kilometres southeast of Frankston, located on the shores of Western Port Bay. I arrived on this two-car diesel Sprinter, which is about a 36-minute journey from Frankston Station. There are about 6 to 7 services per day. Looking back up the track from which I arrived, you can see how rural the trackside environment is. Stony Point Station, which has only one platform, is a very rural looking station. You can see the caravan park behind the station, which is one of the reasons to come to Stony Point. The second reason to come to Stony Point is to go fishing in Western Port Bay. For those with a fishing boat, there is a very good 3-lane boat ramp and plenty of parking for both your vehicle and your trailer whilst you're out on the bay. Looking to the north, you can see the Port of Hastings complex and the jetty, which is the terminal also for the ferry. Walking through the car park, we take a right turn into the road which leads up to the Port of Hastings compound and also the jetty at the end, from which you might just be able to see one of the ferries leaving for the French Island and Phillip Island round trip. This is the jetty, which is the berth for the Western Port Ferry Terminal, and also very popular with fishermen fishing off the side of the jetty. There's just a small shelter here for ferry passengers, as the ferry boat is not very large. Looking back to the north, you can see a couple of craft used by the Port of Hastings Authority for maintenance and other work in Western Port Bay. Here you can see how lush the vegetation is between the edge of the trailer park and the beginning of the caravan park. Here's a fishing boat returning home and gliding onto the trailer being pulled by the 4-wheel drive. This fisherman knows exactly what he's doing and is able to drive the boat straight up onto the trailer at the first try. The ferry from Phillip Island is just about to arrive, so let's head up the road to the terminal and have a look at it. As the ferry approaches the jetty, it has to do a 180-degree turn so that it can reverse park into its proper position on the jetty. You can see the waves on the bay as the craft carries out this manoeuvre. And this is the third reason to visit Stony Point, which is to catch the ferry to French Island and Phillip Island. You can clearly see the waves now created by the ferry's turning manoeuvre. Here we can see the passengers disembarking from the ferry after their trip to Phillip Island. Here's a couple of close-up views of the ferry. You can see how small it is. Probably takes about 40 or 50 passengers, I would estimate at a guess. And here's a view of the front end of the ferry. I believe it's called the bow. Back at the station, here's my train arriving to take me back to Frankston. Later in the year I shall return to do a video on the ferry trip to French Islands and Phillip Islands. Be sure to click on the bell icon to be notified of when that video is released. Seating on this carriage is in a 3x2 and also a 2x2 configuration. The seats are firm, I will say. So that wraps up my video about 3 reasons to visit Stony Point. If you found it useful or enjoyable, could I ask you to like and subscribe? It will really help me grow the channel. Thank you.